skills.
I am.
Okay.
So, well, welcome everybody. We're gonna have some new people on the call tonight. My name is Sandy Chastain. I'm a holistic health coach. I do all sorts of funky stuff, just like you guys do. So I wanted to connect some of you guys. So Jules has been on every call right along with me. Our friend Shannon got the call from the angels, so to speak. Like, we need to get these people together and work on these things. So here we are. So let's see who's new. Tonight we have Nancy. Hello, Nancy.
Hey,
so
Sandy.
Say hi, and just not a dissertation, but just like a one-liner of who you are, where you're coming from, and what you do.
My name is Nancy Muller, and I live in Irvine, California. And I teach people how to free themselves from the unresolved childhood experiences that they've had.
Boom! How about that? Who wants to talk to Nancy? We all have those issues. And Nancy lives near me, and she's oily. She's on my team too. So welcome, Nancy. Let's see, Jenna's here for the first time in this forum. So Jenna, give us your one-liner.
Let's see, I am Jenna. I'm a healing artist. So I do I started with body work and have expanded to include energy and all kinds of other things coming in as well. And I am also an artist.
And Jenna has a healing space in Newport Beach. So Nancy, she's the one I've been talking about.
Yes.
But with the gather stuff.
Cool.
And we have Julia coming at us from upstate Washington.
Yep.
What would you say about yourself, Miss Julia?
Gosh, I don't know. I'm a mental health therapist by day, and I dabble in the healing arts, and I do tarot for myself. I've learned Reiki. I do the aroma touch, and I have a detox spa in Bellingham.
Woohoo! I love it.
Which I will be coming to at some point soon.
Yeah. Girls, I've been trying to get y'all together when I was up there. Jules, what's your one-liner? Just a one-liner.
I'm laughing. My current title is Cosmic Groove Leader and Starseed Alchemist.
I love it.
I work in a lot of different modalities, but I offer soul level guidance and intuitive coaching, energy work, and activation and ascension.
Very cool. How about the guys sitting behind you with their matching tie-dye shirts?
Aloha, I'm Torito Keone, and I'm a massage therapist and an energy practitioner and newly housemate here in Jules' magical, loving, healing space.
I want you to be my roommate, man. Who doesn't want to have a massage therapist as a roommate?
Right? And he likes to clean too. I'm like sold.
Boom. All right, let's see. We have some people with their microphones off. Oh, there's Paul coming at us. There's Paul. What's your one-liner, Paul?
Hello. Yeah, I'm Paul. Let's see. I do some healing work, transmute, emotion code, and I'm just running in after work. I'm still, I just need to settle in for a minute. Hello, everyone.
Paul's amazing with emotion code. He's done a lot of shamanic stuff. He's pretty cool. He's being very modest. All right, we have some other people with their microphones off, and I can't tell everybody's names. George, are you there? Or Vivi?
Yeah, I'm here.
George. Hi, George. Who are you? Where are you coming from?
George was invited by me through
awesome.
a meditation group that I'm part of.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't even remember how I got there, but I do remember how I got here. I'm in Nashville.
That's what's awesome.
Educator and artist, musical artist, and I'm not practicing any current holistic healing, although I was in the middle of a doctorate, holistic psychology degree.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Right on. Well, we're glad you're here. Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
So there's somebody above you that just says iPhone. So I'm not sure who it is, but I know you're looking at me. You're drinking your drink.
I'm Mariana.
Oh, hello, Mariana.
From Lucerne, California.
Nice.
Part of Angelic Awakenings team. And I'm a chef for a living.
See, I would love for you to be my roommate too. I need to live with several of you guys. My one of my higher selves name is Ariana. So if you hear me shout out Ariana, but in vain, it's not you. I'm talking about my higher self. So welcome. All right, let's see. We have a VV with their microphone off. Are they here? Not sure. And then how about 210? Is that Brittany? Yeah, Brittany, are you here? You want to say hi?
Hello. Yes, I'm Brittany. I'm from Texas. That's about it.
All right. Well, welcome back.
Brittany's been our silent partner for like 3 or 4 of these. So she's an amazing, she holds an amazing space. Doesn't say much, it just holds space. It's beautiful. Thank you for being here, Brittany.
Oh, thank you.
And
Glad to
we've
be
had
here.
several people that were just on the phone in the background holding space, and that's great too. That's great too. VV, do you want to say hi? And we'll get started. I'm trying to see if there's any other texts from people needing the passcode.
I think VV is the same
I'm
as
here.
George. Oh, no, it's not.
I'm
No.
here. I'm here. Sorry, hold on. I'm having technical issues. Just a minute. Oh my God. Nope. There we go.
There you are. Is it Vanessa?
Yes. Hi.
Texting you to see if you got in then. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was, yeah, no, I just got that. Yeah, no, I don't know what was going on, but I was not getting in. So thank you though for the passcode.
So
I don't know
welcome
what's happening.
back. Welcome back.
Thank
All
you.
right. So what we've been doing the last, 5 days, it's been intense. Every day we've been gathering, and what we've been doing is bringing all of our different holistic skills and talents and inner wisdom and knowledge and just all that good stuff, bringing it together, tuning in. We'll create some sacred space, call in all of our beings, and then see where they guide us. And so every night we've been guided to do something, and or every day. And this is our second one today. So Jules and I are like, this morning was intense. And so we are going to bring our energy together and see what is needed. We're locking in the higher timelines. When I was grounding just before coming out here, some of you guys that know me know I have my sparkle people, right? I had a lot of sparkle people out there. And yeah, so we'll see what guidance we get. But we've been doing some really good work this week. They're very pleased with what we've been able to do. And it's all about receiving that guidance and taking action and just getting into your own personal alignment and seeing what comes up. So those of you that can see, please share what you can see. If you can hear, if you can feel, everybody is on an equal platform here. There's no real leaders. We're just kind of facilitators. And it's been amazing to see what comes up for people. And the quiet person in the back, they come in with this amazing message. And it's been so transformational and so healing and just so beautiful to watch people step into their power. And there's so much power in creating a collective like this. And so thank you for joining us. So if it's your first time, we're just going to kind of go with it. For me, my personal guidance has been to make sure we pull in kind of a 360 view. So a lot of us are doing the work through the work by ourselves, but it's very important to broaden and bring in that archangel, the angelic angel. I'm not speaking well tonight. Bring in angelic energy, the ascended masters, whoever you work with, be very active in bringing them in. I have an aspect with one of the galactic councils. So I always bring in the galactic council energy. And then I have another aspect that works with the Galactic Federation. So bringing that in, and then it just creates this circle where we're all working together in the different dimensional realities. So if you have an awareness of your starseed family, or you have a connection with a specific ascended master or angel, that type of thing, you're invited to bring every bit of that in. If you work with the trees, bring in the trees. I work with dragons. So whatever it is, we want to bring it all in and just feel all of that support. And then we're just going to open ourselves up and listen for guidance. So some of you may have gotten guidance before you came in here, like, ooh, I think we're going to work on this. I will tell you, this morning we were working on opening up the heart and creating a blueprint that we laid upon the grid. every time it's been a little bit different. We've been putting energy on the planetary grid. We've done a lot of removing the debris, lower vibrational energy, if you will. Jules, what else have we been doing? It's different every single time.
It's different every time. I want to say something. I'm glad you mentioned it, about this planetary grid. So this is part of what we're doing is we are accessing, we're connecting with this energetic grid that is all light workers are tapping into this. Everybody's getting the same message of like this collective space. So wherever people are in the world that they're doing this work, it is impacting this grid that is above the earth. And so we also set the intention. So anything that we work through here, we're actually working through for the collective. There's also, so we started with tapping our heart, and that was opening up our heart center. That's been the message throughout is sending energy through our heart, and then our connection to source energy. There was orbital breathing, or like the infinity symbol, like breathing in that pattern, energetic pattern. There was opening up the other night or yesterday, I don't even remember. This is like the 6th one I think we've done of this. And each one has been like massive. So was actually opening up the back of our heart, that we often do heart work and it's here and not like we don't address here. So we opened up the back as well, so that it was this space around us that is encircling us of like unfettered energetic space. We accessed the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and a balance of the polarity of the divine feminine and divine masculine.
A little dance party with that one.
Yeah, we had a fun dance party with that one. It's mostly been about dispelling fear. Really like dispelling fear is the word. This morning we worked on releasing shame, guilt, abandonment, expectation, disappointment, heartache,
programming. Mhm.
Just all of it. And we really, and you also might notice that there's things coming up in your life that are like, I had 2 things today that I'm like, I'm clear this is coming up because it's coming to the surface, so that I can send energy to it and help heal it. Yeah, and you might find also that there's some of your gifts will expand, or you'll get new ones, or something else will show up. So Sandy, do you have that list of the 12 skills handy? Because the Shannon started it because of the 13, which is the 13 is like all of the 12 different gifts or skills of light workers, that when they're all present, it is the 13. And so when we're working together, all of those 12 are present, and we are the 13. So so you might be more than one. You might be one that like just shows up for you. Like we've had a couple people that didn't know what they were, and then we're like, oh yeah, girl, you're the messenger.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll just go through this list really quick. So the first one is a unifier. So those of you that know me, you know I'm a connector, I'm a unifier. So I'm constantly bringing people together. Is there anyone else that would consider themselves a unifier? Yeah. Okay, so cool. Unifier is present.
Yeah.
Grid work. Sometimes people aren't aware that they're a grid worker, or maybe they do. Does anybody like have a conscious awareness? Jenna, awesome, good. And that goes with the gatekeepers. We did work like day 2 or day 3. We opened up this huge gate. And as we were doing the work, the Galactic Federation was speaking to me. They're like, oh, excellent job opening that gate. We've been waiting for that. I'm like, oh, we're like doing the shiza here. Like, it was awesome. So if you're aware that you're a gatekeeper, this is a very important role, not to be taken lightly. And it's very cool if you're aware of it. So Jenna, gatekeeper in the house. Divine light. Many of us simply hold the divine light. So does everybody kind of resonate with that one? Anyone that considers themselves a healer or a transmuters. That's a big job of shifting that energy. Does anybody else associate with being a transmuter? Awesome. And then just a healer in general. Like, I don't actually consider myself a healer because I do other stuff, you know? So who considers themselves a healer? So Jenna again, Julie, Julia, Paul. Yeah. What about the seer? Who's got the clairvoyance? Who can see? Julia, Jenna, Paul. Beautiful. Good. So as we go into this space, I love when people can describe what you're seeing, because a lot of us can feel, and then those of you that can see, it helps to bring it all together. Blueprint holders. I love meeting the blueprint holders. And so they will go out at night and they'll wake up in the morning and I was like, I was doing something with blueprints. So if you're not familiar with that, blueprints literally come down from source. They go through the galactic councils. They get vetted out within the councils, and then they get brought down to 3D for manifestation. So when I'm bringing in the Galactic Council, I'm calling for unity and agenda to get the blueprints down. Does anybody resonate with being a blueprint holder? Nope, we may not have one on this call. Ooh, I hope we're not doing blueprint work. What about dreamers? Who has the very active dreams at night? Like lucid dreaming, Jenna, Nancy, awesome. Messengers. This is another awesome one where, yeah, Jules, Jenna, we had one person on a call. She was totally silent the whole time. And then at the end, she's like, okay, so I was taking notes the entire time. I documented the entire call. And then I got this huge download. Can I share it? I'm like, yes, please. It was so beautiful.
That was cool.
Yeah. Manifestors. So these are the people that are literally creating this new earth and bringing it into fruition. Any manifestors in the house? I'm a manifestor. Okay. Ascension guides. These are people that know this is what they're here to do on the planet, is to guide people through this process. So I'm going to put myself in that category. Anybody else? Yeah. New guy, massage guy. Awesome. And then way showers. So these are people that are out in front with the courage to do what needs to get done and say, come on, everybody, go this way. Does anyone consider themselves a way shower?
Yeah. Not with everything,
we can
but
see all these different traits. And so the guidance that Shannon and I were getting was, you know, stop trying to do stuff by yourself, but create these groups where all of these skills and traits are present at a single time, so that when they give us the guidance, kind of everybody has a little piece of the pie. So it's been a really amazing process this past 4, 5, 6 days. And we shall just see what happens. So Shannon's been getting the downloads from the angels, so to speak, but the reality is they can communicate through any of us. So as we set up the space and kind of drop down into the sphere, if you start getting information, please share, because we're waiting for that. Because I don't always get it. I don't, you know, so we're at the mercy of the group, if you will. So without further ado, is there somebody that is really good at setting space that would like to volunteer for that job? Jenna, I know you're really good at it. Not to put you on the spot as the first time, but you've been around. This isn't your first rodeo doing this.
I'd be happy to.
Hey, Sandy, just really quick, I just want to acknowledge Scott Stroshin is here.
Hi, Scott.
I don't know if he's where he can. I know you can't be necessarily on camera, but can you just introduce yourself, like one sentence, please?
I am Scott. I'm anyways, Julie invited me and I'm excited to be here. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. So,
Thanks,
yep. So just remember, we're counting on everybody to speak up with whatever you're getting, whether you feel, hear, see, and we will work collectively to see what objective they hand us to work on, and we'll go from there. And nothing is wrong, right? Whatever we get is where we will head. So does anybody have any questions? Especially
I wanted to say one more thing too, because Brittany doesn't usually speak up, but she's still contributing to the space. So there are,
absolutely,
if you feel like you're being shown something or feeling something that will further what we're doing, please by all means communicate it. And
right, Jenna,
if you don't.
Right. So just lead us in a grounding and then inviting us all to connect into our higher guides and ascended masters and the divine. So I'm just gonna ring this chime to begin. Allow yourself to connect with your breathing. Taking a deep breath in. Allow it to come back out again slowly. Continue that focused breathing to connect into the space, the time, the place. Notice the ground beneath you. It's holding you up. It is the same ground that holds the rest of us. Even though we are spread far and wide, we are on this same planet, breathing the same air, held by the same earth. Invite each of us to just call in the divine source of all things to flow through and around each of us. We know this already is, but as we focus and are conscious of that presence, invite in any of your guides, higher beings who you work with, angels, the archangels. I call in Michael for protection, and Jophiel, Raphael, Jeremiel, Ariel, Uriel, Metatron, and Sandalphon.
Yes.
Call in the elementals of air, water, fire, and earth, and the creatures who live in all of these places. Creatures of the air, the water, the earth, the tree people, and all the plants, even the rocks. May they be with us in this dimension and all the others. We invite now divine guidance to lead the way and reveal to us what this time is to be, what our work is to be. May it be so.
Beautiful, Jen. Thank you. Before we get started, I would like to call in the support of the Galactic Councils and bringing in the different blueprints, the different guidance for us. Galactic Council, are you present with us? Thank you. That's just the council I'm involved with. There's lots of councils out there. And I would like to call in my higher self, Eldana, and call in the Galactic Federation for support. Thank you. All present and accounted for. And then for additional support and protection, I would like to call in the dragons. And then the dragons from Lemuria, the entire network of dragons. Please protect each member on this call and create a protective ring around the entire planet, above, below, and on all sides of all of us as we connect on this group. Please let me know when you work. There they go.
I'm calling in the ultraviolet angels for purification and protection. I'm calling in 0 point angels. I am calling in ultraviolet angelic fire and liquid crystalline light to be intuitively going and using where it needs to go, intuitively going where it needs to go and what it needs to do.
Another key part that we've been doing every day is connecting within our group. So if you can simply look on the Zoom screen and connect with the person on your right, connect with the person on your left if you have that side, connect with the person above you, connect with the person below you, and feel that connection. Because we need to be unified on this call as we're unified in all the different dimensional realities. All right, with that said, I'm going to be very quiet. I'm very curious to see what you guys get. But I did hear all present accounted for. That's
Yay.
that means the Galactic Federation has our back. So if you connect your starseed family, if you want to give them a little shout out, like Paul, I know you're connected with the Arcturians, I'm connected with the Orions. If you're connected with the Syrians, the Lemurians, I'm definitely connected with the Lemurians. Woo! Do you feel all that energy coming in? Okay, good. All right. I'm a very physical person, if you can't tell. Sorry. I'll try to do it just on my head so I don't freak anybody out. All right, so what's our agenda for tonight? Who's got something coming in? I am hearing ground. We need to ground the energy that's already been cleared, circulated, transmuted, transformed. So I think Jenna got us on the right footing when she set the space. Is anybody hearing anything else about the grounding aspect?
I'm getting more about the connection within us, like we're still showing up as individual on the call or on this in this moment. So something, maybe if we can do a breath pattern together, something like that to get us unified would be good.
Okay, you guys like the one that I do?
I do.
I like all of them. I like to hear what everybody does differently. Nancy, you're the first, this is your first time, right, on these calls?
Yes.
I'd be curious to hear yours.
Yeah, Nancy, what kind of breath work do you do with your clients and in your space?
The breath work that we do is starting with each chakra, thinking about each chakra, starting from the bottom and going up. Starting with the new earth chakra, root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, heart chakra, universal heart chakra, transcendental heart chakra, throat chakra, moon chakra, third eye chakra, crown chakra, halo chakra, and soul chakra.
That feels really good. Can I
feel
take
like
it?
they're all activated.
Were you complete with that, Nancy?
Yes.
So if we can take that, so you're going from below your feet through your body. I like to take it exactly like what she did, through the back of my body, up my spine, all the way up through the crown, all the way up to source. And I throw a hook line into source, and then I bring it back down the front of my body. And I bring it down into the solar plexus, and I circle it around in the solar plexus. And then I bring it up into the heart. I expand the heart, and we've been working on the heart the last few days. So if you can feel inward to the 4 quadrants of the heart and open up the heart chakra in the front and also in the back. Open it in the back. Expand the heart. Then take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale through the heart in an omnidirectional pattern and just push out unconditional love. That feels a lot more connected now, don't you agree? Or maybe that's just me. Can we do it again from the bottom of our feet? So bringing it from the feet through the legs, through the root, sacral, solar plexus. Nancy added a whole bunch of other ones, which was totally awesome. I added all this. She had 2 or 3 in the heart. Up, up, up. Up to source. Bringing it back down. To the solar plexus. Back into the heart. And out. Beautiful, and I can just feel it rippling and rippling and rippling and rippling. Beautiful. Jenna, I'm curious what you're feeling. I feel like you might be in the hot seat tonight.
That feels more grounded and connected. That's great.
Yes.
I think going back to soil, there's something about the soil and the tending of the soil.
I'm hearing that we need to connect to Gaia on this call. That's one thing we haven't consciously done, is connecting directly with Gaia and asking her how she's doing and what she needs tonight. How about that?
That sounds great.
I like that. Good.
You have
Very
agreement.
Yes.
I'm also getting this energy of grief, which is part of why I'm like kind of here in my lungs in this area. So I don't know if it's connected to Gaia or it's just in the energy to be cleared, but I'm getting it pretty heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know if somebody within the call is experiencing it. I'm not sure.
So there's grief, and it connects to the earth. There's all this conflict around the globe, and the flare-ups of conflict in the Middle East is flaring up that grief globally in all the diaspora of people who've been refugees of war. And Gaia herself grieves the bloodshed on her soil. And so there's something of tending to that we as healers can do. We can hold space for that and send a balm. We can send a healing balm to the surface of the earth, cover the whole planet, the whole globe.
I like the idea of that. I like the idea of doing that with liquid crystal, just slowly feeling and seeing the liquid crystal permeating the surface of the earth and everything on it, all of the people, all of the trees, all of the animals, all of the buildings, all of the roadways, everything. Just covered in liquid crystal, a soothing balm. It feels so good.
So some of you may not be familiar with the liquid crystal. So Jenna and Julia, would you mind taking a scoop of the liquid crystal and simply pouring it over every member on this call and see if they can feel the power of the liquid crystal as it permeates throughout our bodies? And then we can all be unified. Oh, that feels so good. And Jules, so everybody that's in Paul, if you guys are familiar with the liquid crystal, let's just take a moment to absorb the liquid crystal, become the liquid crystal. I am the liquid crystal. I am the energy of the liquid crystal. And then as we do this work, we can tap into that power to amplify it all around Gaia. Thank you. And if you have essential oils, if you're oily, if anyone has the Breathe oil, you know that one is specifically for grief and for the lungs. So if somebody has that, if they can crack it open, I don't have one handy in my room. If you have it, we can simply grab the frequency of that essential oil. And as we inhale it, whoever has the oil, if you simply inhale it and then push it through your own lungs out through the Zoom call, it's pretty uncanny, but sometimes you can feel that frequency, you can actually smell it. And then with our intention, we can create a wave of that frequency across the entire planet. And if we infuse the essential oil with the liquid crystal, it just ramps up power. Somebody's got one? Thank you. I love all my oily people. Nancy, would you like to lead us in that?
Honestly, I walked away from the camera, so I don't know what you want me to lead you in, other than I heard you say, please crack open the breathe.
Yeah, just take a nice deep inhalation and then feel it. You see when we take the nice deep inhalation and kind of take your fingers, rub it across your head, push it into the cervical bones on your neck, get it into your spine, bring it down to your heart chakra, your lungs, and push it out. We did this with spearmint the other day, and I was like, I can smell it. It's so amazing.
So I'm adding to that because this one has been present pretty much throughout and wanting to play. It's forgive. I'm gonna blow it your way, so please receive this.
I love it.
And then the last one is anew. This is purification and peace.
And when I oiled up before this call, I was using peace. That's what I was feeling. It's the peace.
And I was sending out some white fur
Beautiful. I love white.
straight from the trees.
So the other thing that I was getting as Julia was talking about this liquid crystal covering the earth, the surface of the earth, is partner. We've already invited him in. So Archangel Sandalphon, who stewards over the crystalline core of the earth. So when this liquid crystal absorbs into Mother Gaia, and it starts to make its way through everything in the layers, it is reconnecting with itself at the core, at the crystalline core. So it is a return to self, which is a big part of what we're doing here as well.
Beautiful. Vanessa, are you there? I'd love to tap
Yes,
you.
yeah, I'm here.
Yeah?
Okay, sorry.
You're
Yeah.
very familiar with the liquid crystal. You're somebody that watched the video and you're like, I've been using liquid crystal for years. And no idea what it was. How beautiful. So how is this and what are you feeling? I would love to hear your experience.
It's funny, and I think this is the therapist to me, but I keep feeling like I want to hold space for Gaia in a way of just kind of witnessing and saying, you know what, we see and hear all the shit you're handling, because you don't get a lot of witnessing from us. I mean, she does, but you know what I'm saying? I just feel like I wanted to take a second and hold space for the entire being and just saying, we just want to hold you for a minute, like just a minute, just hold her as we pour the liquid crystal everywhere.
Beautiful.
So inside of that, I am called to embrace Mother Gaia and offer forgiveness. I love you. We love you. We love you.
When I connect with Gaia, she lifts me right off the bed. I don't know if you can see my body. I'm like barely on my bed. Woo!
We're sorry. We are sorry for anything we did as a collective for humanity, anything we did knowingly or unknowingly that did not honor you.
Julie, every day you've been bringing in Ho'oponopono. How about right now, a nice round of Ho'oponopono for Gaia?
That's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing, Sandy.
Oh, sorry.
Please forgive us. Oh, dear Mother, please forgive us. Forgive us for our dissonance. Forgive us for not our disrespect. Forgive us for our guilt and shame. Forgive us for our competition. Forgive us for having our own survival be more important than yours. Please forgive us for anything we did knowingly or unknowingly that did not hold the highest intention for all involved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so blessed and grateful to be your children. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your power, for your grace, for your fortitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I don't know how many mothers or fathers we have on here, but one of the feelings that I absolutely loved the most as a mother was when my daughter's little hands would touch me really gently. And I have this vision of silk, like made from silkworms. sort of caressing and very gently holding, wrapping around Mother Earth and kind of having that sort of gentle love touch that little children have sometimes. So yeah, I'm just picturing Silk holding her, all around her, wrapped all around her.
Beautiful. Consciousness grid going through me. I'm already connected with each of you. I hope you can feel it. I'm just gonna let it pulse through me. Jules, do you have some 528 hertz music you can play for us, or does anybody have some that they can route through the speakers somehow?
Probably.
Could you hear me singing? Or
Yeah.
not?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
You want me to?
go a little louder?
Yeah.
Don't be
Please.
Paul,
shy.
I think Paul said something too. What did you say?
Oh, I didn't actually say anything, but just to note that I've been releasing emotions from the collective, and very similar to what Julie mentioned earlier this morning, the similar ones: heartache, grief, some depression, betrayal, sadness, sorrow, fear, and another one came up too, horror, and that maybe has to do with the war and the other things going on in that part of the world. And I would note something I noticed the day before when I was on this call. It was really pretty cool, is that I was also releasing, oh, what do you call it? When it's handed down from your ancestors.
Ancestral.
So the ancestors have strong emotions. It gets handed down to their children, their children, their children, to you, and then to your children. And when I was releasing emotions, I was getting a lot of ancestral that was going up and down the chain. So not only the collective, but then, you know, up and down. So I thought that was really cool.
Wow.
Just a
Thank you.
emotional code geeky thing, but just wanted to put that out there.
Well, I
Thank
appreciate that. Yeah.
So it was coming to me that we could focus in on, we could go through the different continents and focus energy on specific continents. And then we could move to the waters.
Beautiful.
So we could move inward, because we've kind of been seeing broadly Gaia, and let's focus in, and let's start right where we know there is active conflict now. Let's look in at the Middle East and just send love, healing energy in whatever form, whatever your way is, to that whole region. Or it's not a continent, but the whole region there of the Middle East. There's an invitation of raising the consciousness there.
There's a sense of some of the soul of the people being at risk and being numbed, and so something of sending in life energy, life force energy into the very soul of the people who live there, that soul could not be taken from them.
Reminding them that they are sovereign, no matter what's being put on them, no matter what limitations, they are sovereign.
George, are you still with us?
Yes.
Beautiful. Are you getting anything, George?
Integration,
Beautiful.
interconnectedness, absolute serenity, some compassion, simultaneously in the universe, and much more. But I'll leave it at that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
We are calling upon the higher self of all light workers, healers, energy workers, higher vibration beings that are sensing this around the world. When we give our focus, they join us in this dance. They are sensing us as we are sensing them.
And especially right now, those light workers and healers who are in areas of conflict, may they be protected. May they be surrounded by a force that is unbreakable, impenetrable, that cannot harm them. That they would be able to continue their work of healing the people that are in their midst. That they would carry that light through dark times.
As I connected to the people of the Middle East, my hands started shaking and the energy flowing. But then as Jenna mentioned the other healers, my hands went crazy.
Mm. Mm. What are you feeling, Paul? What's your leading?
I'm just feeling like they all need support.
Mm.
We all need support.
Mm. When we form a grid with each of us, we carry that light within us and we are a grid. The more that we light that up, the stronger that remains. So even doing this is essential to recharging that grid, and that goes out to the reaches. This work that we do.
What we radiate out returns to us multiplied. This morning, we got the instruction when Sandy was talking about the quadrants of the heart of the sacred geometry, the flower of life, lotus flower. That is our center, and that is something that we can send out that frequency as well. Tap into that.
I'd like to call on Archangel Jophiel. She's been very active with our group lately. I would like to rally some energy and target it specifically in the area of Gaia that's in the most conflict, and give additional support to the light workers in that area. If you can join me in a few nice deep breaths, and we'll have Jophiel boost and augment that energy with everybody out there. Not just our call, everybody out there connectedness. Whew. Do you guys feel that? So intense to me. I always wonder what it's like for other people.
Comes through us all differently.
I feel like Gaia is extending a message to us. Is there anyone that can tap in and hear her message for us?
Well, this is what I just, oh, sorry, go ahead, Julia.
Oh, that's okay. I just heard that I got a message right before you said that, Sandy, which is that the love and the energy that we are pouring onto that region needs to make its way down into the depths of the ocean, thereby touching all of the continents. So I'm feeling that we need to picture ourselves and intention that healing energy through the oceans.
Okay, that resonates with what I was feeling also, was that it was time to expand out our and really to call out the light workers and the healers in all places to be with us in this and
Yes.
to connect in. And I think, is it Ariana? There's something in there. Please share with us what you're going through and can we support you?
Specifically, I'm half Afghani, and my ancestors called me. And we have to remove the fear, the doubt, and the uncertainty from the group. and the fear of speaking. I'm scared to talk. It brings up a lot of anxiety, and I know that's connected to my roots because I know the people, especially the women and all the light worker women that are there, many of them are scared to speak out.
Sure.
So we send to Creator, we send to the light the fear, the doubt, the uncertainty, and we replace it with courage and strength, and the knowingness that their voices are heard, and that they can speak their truth.
Yes.
And they can do this and change the timeline for themselves with as they are as a group, and our ancestors, we are warriors. So they need to call that to them and stand up for themselves and to start fighting back.
And yes. And
let's branch it out across the world.
And I call on my Celtic ancestor women as well, who are also warriors, to join with the Afghani women warriors, who are warriors and healers. This runs in our bloodlines across the world. Let's reach through the waters, like Julia was saying, and reach to the shores of all the nations.
So Sophia just pulsed through me in a very big way. So she has a message, if anyone can tap in and share what she has to say.
So I'm getting something about the collective, the like unification, and that it is not just it is again divine feminine. So I'm calling in, I'm inviting in all warrior women from all time, space, dimension, and reality. Isis, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Pele, Isis, I've said that already. Sophia, Jophiel.
Ooh.
Who else am I forgetting?
We are forgetting the men who within them contain the feminine.
Yes.
Within the men is the divine feminine.
Yes.
And the divine masculine, which has been out of balance for far too long.
Yes.
It is time for that change to occur, the transformation to occur. That the two would be united again in partnership, no dominion over one another, that there would be a balancing that comes. And so I ask the men to rise again and for that transformation to arise within.
I was just going to say, I think that the only way that can happen is with love. And so if all of the women warriors can also be women lovers all over the world and really sort of disarm any male who is not in touch with their feminine side and cannot feel the love, who have blocked their hearts from feeling empathy, that love permeate them and soften them and stop them in their tracks.
I'm getting the word receive. So on one, sorry, I just remember. So there needs to be a reception of love on both sides, for the divine feminine and the divine masculine. They've got to both be able to receive the love equally.
Hold on, the receiving is feminine, so that we all need to receive.
I'm trying to hold that feminine as well. And so in them, within them, they can receive. They just need to remember.
Right.
So remembering.
Have you watched the video from Saturday night yet?
Not yet, no.
So this is the second time the balance of feminine and masculine has just come up.
It's what is happening in.
It's what's needed is why we're here. Yeah. So for sure.
Eldana was trying to come through representing the Galactic Federation, but I'm not sure what her message was. Oh gosh, golly, I don't know if anyone could hear her. They just move me, I don't always get words. I'm getting something though. We are watching you transform this energy and open up your heart. It's definitely a reception on both sides.
Mhm.
Opening your hearts to the love from one another. Despite your different beliefs, despite your different levels of consciousness, being open and aware and able to receive love from your enemies, from those you may perceive to hate. It is simply fear. And to be vulnerable, to be able to receive their fear so that we may transform it and lift it to a vibration of love. So did I get that all done? Okay. Oh wait, no, I'm missing a piece. I'm missing a piece. Can anyone else pick up the piece I'm missing?
So part of what I was getting when we on one of the earlier calls was about having our heart be open, and that the temptation to withdraw, withhold, protect our heart disconnects us from source energy. And so love is who we are and it's where we came from. So this is part of the receiving, is the being open that is necessary for the shift, is when our hearts are open and we are connected with source and we engage with life from that space, partnering with spirit, that we are connected. There's no separation. There is no, like, it's a huge call for a return to love right now.
Okay, but there's also a piece of courage and needing to stand in that courageousness in the face of all is at risk, all may be at risk in front of us, and yet still that courage demands to be just channeled within. And so in a way, the women, the women need to be courageous in ways that they have not been, and stepping into a power that has not been held, just as the men need to open themselves to that divine love, the opening within the men, the receiving within the men who've been so masculine, and the women who have been so submissive have to step into courage and their power, their strength. The women actually need to embrace the masculine within.
Yes.
Not just the feminine. We cannot only have a divine feminine rising, there must be the divine masculine at the same time.
So is there a way we can infuse that into the grid, or we can invite the higher selves of these women around the world?
What I would like to do, Jenna just verbalized the energy of the eagle, which is courage. I'd like to ask that the energy of the eagle rise up within women of earth, to have the courage to speak their truth, to have the courage to stand in their power, and for the men of the earth, of Gaia, to stand in their heart space and to be able to flow love. And we ask that spirit of eagle to stand now.
Beautiful, thank you, Paul. And there's also more transmutation of the fear of the lower vibrational beings that have a hold of the men, preventing them from expressing their divinity, kind of blocking them tapping into their whole selves. So I'm pulling a lot out.
There's a convolution of within the men of believing they are protecting their families and performing their essential role of protector, which needs to unwind.
Yes.
And unravel and disconnect, because the way of protecting is harmful. So there's a transmutation there in that. And the eagle also, the eagle flies in the great mystery, in the spirit, and can carry divine transformation.
And I'm hearing right now that the children are watching to see how we as adults shift and respond. It was very interesting. They said it very strongly that the children are watching how we respond right now.
What I'm getting to is calling upon the men, the masculine energy, the sacred masculine, which is something that I am still working to honor and to pull forward, to be, to utter. And so there's a need for so many of us men to fully embrace the masculine and not be afraid of that, not be afraid of allowing that to be, to percolate and to permeate in a loving, strong masculine way. The violence is not necessary, the posturing, the ways in which we as men have been told is the way to be. And as those who identify as the male gender, that is all of us, whoever that may be, we're opening finally more and more to the sacred feminism, that which has been squashed down for so long. And so I call upon my brothers all over the globe to continue to open our hearts to the mother, to the wise, feminine spirit that always guides, that loves, that nurtures, that we can stand down, we can allow, and we can allow ourselves to be loved and to express love in a beautiful, strong way that doesn't harm, that does not control, but just loves and is as a loving example of that masculine energy.
That was absolutely beautiful. And what I'm hearing is take that man's frequency, take his message within our group and amplify that across the grid. So if we can do that at this time, please.
Not only that, but let's seed this into the dreams of every man on the planet.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
beautiful. Next level. Nice.
While you are sleeping and you are more open, let us come to you.
So I'm on the higher selves of all beings on the planet to assist us in that endeavor.
So I'm infusing it in the grid and I'm having it disperse liquid crystal in the form of this frequency, this creation that was just birthed within this conversation. And it's like it'll come through the sand and on the beach, the sand on the ground, through the water in the ocean, through the leaves on the trees. It'll come through the clouds in the sky. It'll come from the air we breathe.
Within our group, can we take the frequency? I'm sorry, what's your name again? Behind you, Jules?
Torito
Tony.
Keone.
Okay, if we can take your frequency, and what they're saying is weave it through Ariana. Take your frequency, weave it through her field. Oh, do you feel that? Woo!
Weave it through Ariana's field?
Yes, she's half Afghani, yes?
Yeah.
Weave it
I
through.
hear, yeah, and to give the people the knowingness that this is possible, right? And how to do this.
Yes, instruct them through their dreams. Oh yes, big goosebumps.
This is amazing. I'm just like threading How are you feeling, Ariana? Are you okay?
I'm in complete chills and I just had a huge shift.
I'm getting the conversations. It's like that people are gonna start going like, I had this dream last night. Right? It's gonna spread that way.
Okay, I'm gonna weave that into the Christ consciousness grid. And today we were creating torsion fields for the heart. So activating the 4 quadrants of the heart, creating the lotus, creating the flower of life within your heart chakra, expanding it. And then we created a torsion field, up, down, and then blasting it out omnidirectionally.
And sending down waves of unconditional love from Creator, filling the people with love and the feeling of safety and security.
Yes, yes. Let it be whispered in their ears by every breeze that comes, by every bird that sings, by every little cricket that croaks, every frog that makes it sound, by the groaning tree branches in the woods.
And allow that to permeate through the sky, through the inner core.
From the waves crashing on the ocean.
I'm seeing a lot of sparkles.
I'm infusing the central sun, so that in the sunbeams, in the light, in the reflection, in the refraction, anywhere there is light,
it's just coded in, enters the conscious mind. The conscious mind coming up out of the unconscious into the conscious mind, into manifestation.
To awakening.
So now we're going to use the word blueprint. We're going to create a blueprint of this frequency.
That's what we're doing.
And duplicate.
Totally what we're doing.
We didn't have a blueprint maker.
Yeah. So we focused on the Afghani piece, but now pick that up and diligently place it across each grid point. If we can just take a few minutes to do that, please.
I'm sending it to my brothers and sisters in Australia right now. There's a lot of dissonance.
I'm sending it to Southeast Asia, Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia.
Ooh.
The Northeast Seas.
With all guardians of Agartha, of the network, to carry this frequency to the inner caverns so that it can reach from the surface, through the terrain, through the trees, through the roots, down into the caverns, and let the guardians of Agartha carry it through the inner earth to the internal points and radiate it back up so that it's a reception on all ends, just like the reception between the divine masculine and the divine feminine through all points of creation. We each have our own territories. So like my territory is North America, South America, Europe, Antarctica, and Australia. Those are my zones.
Is anyone sending to Africa?
I was just sensing that. So
thank you.
South
Yeah,
Africa,
feel the pull,
Nairobi, Kenya,
pull to a specific area.
Tanzania. It's like Central Africa. There's a lot like right across that land in the center.
Yeah.
It's like red.
I hear North Korea.
Hawaii.
Oh, in fact, North Korea is like strengthened with the fall of Afghanistan. Yeah, that is very true.
So there's going to be a lifting out of those that cannot maintain the frequency of the higher timeline.
Yep.
You know about it. There'll be a timeline shift. There'll be a basically just a removal, and no one will be aware of it. But it will happen. You'll feel the shift. They just want you to know that it is all being divinely handled, and we don't need to worry. Just infuse it with our love and be open, receptive to the changes about to come forth. Ooh.
So I have a new tincture that I got, and it is Have Hope. So I'm going to put a little on my tongue.
I heard hope too, and that open people's hearts to gratitude, because through gratitude, people have pockets, moments of peace. And through peace, we can have that light grow.
So what I was hearing was, let the children come to me. And then what I realized what the children are, it's the inner child within each human to rise up within the adult.
Thank you, Paul.
Let the love of the child flow through, the joy, the love of being human, of being on this earth, that childhood joy and love can rise up in the adults.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul, because my earlier message of the children are watching, it wasn't, that's what it was the inner child, not the children. So thank you, because I needed clarification on that. Thank
you. Yeah.
And the child card was one of the cards I pulled yesterday, by the way.
So it's our inner child that's watching how we respond. Is that correct?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Huh?
So I have this new thing. So it's a little tin and it says my log has something to tell you. And then inside it has affirmations. So the two affirmations I just pulled are: divine love is born in my heart and embodied in my relations. The presence of God is always broadcasting itself as me.
Beautiful. Well, that's what we're doing right now.
Yep.
The Pleiadians are reminding us, some of you guys were on a tour once where we were taken to an interdimensional space where it was like a giant amphitheater where they had these huge, like movie screens where they would show individuals walking among planet Earth with a very high vibration and how they were able to hone in on that vibration and then amplify their frequency across the entire planet. And so they just wanted me to remind everybody that, even in our small little group, they're taking what we're doing and they're amplifying it, and they're literally broadcasting the frequency that we're generating right now across the entire planet. So thank you, Pleiadians.
Yeah. And so
thank you.
So it is, so it is, so it is.
So they're funny. They're like, Galactic Federation is in the house. Thank you.
G-Fed in the house, yo.
Yoda
The
too.
OG Fed.
Yoda too. Come on, Yoda.
Nancy, I'm sensing that like there's something over where you are as well. Can you communicate it or not now? Okay. She's kind of not here right now, so she's yeah.
Good.
She's here, she's not here.
She's doing her work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna support that a little bit.
So I have so many infinities being, Metatron is just like, it's like not a whip, that's a negative thought, but I mean, the infinities are going so fast through my system. Woo.
I'm just putting I love you on repeat right now,
Mhm.
flowing that into the infinity.
Beautiful. Thank you. Where's Brittany?
I'm here.
Brittany, how you doing, hon?
Okay. I'm snuggling with my kitten. She's participating.
Perfect. If your cat could talk, I'm sure she'd have a lot to say.
Probably.
Julia, how are you doing over there?
I'm great.
Ariana, how are you doing? How are you feeling after all that energy moved through you?
Are we still moving through? I would guess.
Oh yeah, it's not gone anywhere. It's okay.
She's not done yet. That'll be a lot to carry through. But let it just pass, Ariana. Don't
like,
feel like you need to carry it. Don't let it be a burden on you. Just let it move through you as a channel.
Yeah.
So it doesn't weigh you down, because that could be very heavy if you take that on as a responsibility. Let it pass through you, just like as though electricity passing through, and you don't need to contain or hold that. You're not the container. You were the conduit, and then that's all. So actually, I just want to send you some support now as you allow that to pass through and out of you, so that it doesn't stick inside of you, because that's too much for you to hold. I don't know if you're hearing me or not, but
As
Yes,
we
thank
do
you.
with this group, that anything that we do here and we're processing here is for the collective. It is. So thank you, Ariana, for taking this on.
and for all of us to keep in mind, actually all of us, none of us need to hold the burden of any of the weight. We are a part of the light, and the light is weightless. And so what we are doing is weightless. We do not walk away. We do not agree to accept any of the burden of guilt, shame. Any of the lower frequencies are not welcome to stick on or stay with any of us. We do not accept or agree to that.
We do
In
not.
fact,
Only
if there are any
the light.
low frequency beings or entities or energy that is attempting to cling on to anyone in this group, I'm just going to clear it right now.
I call on my power animal, the bear, for boundaries, that anybody who wants to take on the energy of bear, that your energy is your energy, and your container is to flow energy from above to Gaia, but not to lose your own energy in this process.
Bear is a big one for me too. And what I see is the bear, I'm not sure what it's called when it's not a low rumble kind of growl, but it's the kind where their lips kind of flap in the wind and they're like roaring and letting it out. And I see all the negative or harmful energies, entities, intentions, whatever, pain, grief, just getting blown out with that powerful exhale and roar.
Bear is also my spirit animal, bear is also wise in knowing when to return to the cave and rest. When is time to rest? And so that's all of us can keep that in mind too, as we are continuing to put out and give. It's also essential to give back to ourselves and to receive and to rest. And maybe it's time now to shift our attention to this collective here and return, like fill ourselves up again, to overflowing. Julie.
So I started to create the script for doing the transmission for Liquid Crystal So I'm gonna read a couple of these, some of what I've written, and it is I'm saying I, and I am the I am when I say this. So when I'm saying I, it is you. I am liquid crystal. I'm the liberating, cleansing, and healing power of liquid crystalline light. I invoke the releasing and cleansing power of this light. The power to cleanse and uplift is within me. Nothing of a lower nature can stand in its way. I invite this light into my cells and deeper into my DNA. All lower energies or interference, I dissolve and banish in this light. I am liquid crystal. I am the liberating, cleansing, and healing power of liquid crystalline light. I am the liquid light that releases all lower vibrations. I am the still reflective mind that invokes this light. This liquid crystal light flows through all my thoughts, beliefs, and stories about this world and my place within it. This liquid crystal light burns and releases other people's judgments, opinions that has been absorbed in my mental body. This liquid crystal light this liquid crystal light flows all presumed limits that my mind holds about my reality. This liquid crystal light clears all channels of the mind, all timelines, all dimensions, clearing all interference and limitation. This liquid crystal light clears all entry points into the dream time, closing all access points to lower dimensional spaces and allowing me to access all higher dimensional spaces. For I am the uplifting current of pure liquid crystal lava, the fire that cleanses, the fire that dissolves everything of a lower nature. I am liquid crystal. I am the liberating, cleansing, and healing power of liquid crystalline light. I invite this light into my emotional body, into my heart, into the fluid energy field of emotion. Some of this emotional energy I have absorbed from others. I am the purifying force of liquid crystal. I sweep clean all energies that are not mine, dissolving and releasing all lower emotional energy such as anger, grief, guilt, or fear that does not belong to me, dissolving and releasing all conflict or drama or pain that does not belong to me out of my fields.
All right.
I am liquid crystal. I am the liberating, cleansing, and healing power of liquid crystalline light. I call upon this light to clear all my connections with social media platforms. I call on this light to clear all non-beneficial energies being transmitted through any and all electronic devices and computers.
Yes.
I call on this light to interrupt all harmful electromagnetic waves in my energy field. I call on this light to interrupt all invasive surveillance systems in my vicinity that I am not in agreement with.
Yes.
I am liquid crystal. I am the liberating, cleansing, and healing power of liquid crystalline light. I am the pure liquid crystalline energy that cleanses and releases everything that is not truth. This light releases all false light, all false light beings. I call upon this light to pierce through all enslavement and violation programming with laser-like precision.
Yes.
I call upon this light to dissolve all agreements, vows, promises, contracts that are not for my highest good. I call upon this light to dissolve all cords and threads or energy connections that attach me to lower vibrational beings or situations. I call upon this light to clear all timelines, past, parallel, future of all lower frequencies and energies. I sweep my energy field clean of any and all dark crystals, devices, implants that seek to block my ascension path.
Yes.
I sweep my energy field clean of anything and everything that does not serve my higher will, my spiritual ascension path.
Yes.
I am liquid crystal. I am the liberating and cleansing and healing power of liquid crystalline light. I am a living portal of pure liquid crystal. With each breath, the power of this affirming and cleansing light goes deep into the cells and DNA. With each breath, the power of this affirming and cleansing light goes deep into my emotional body. With each breath, the power of this affirming and cleansing light goes deep into my mind. With each breath, the power of this cleansing, affirming light goes deep into my chakra system. With each breath, the power of this cleansing and affirming light goes out into my reality, cleansing the vibrations in my home, in the places where I work, clearing the energetic connections in all my relationships. I am liquid crystal. I am the liberating, cleansing, and healing power of liquid crystalline light. I call on this light to cleanse my Akashic records through all timelines, all lifetimes, releasing all karmic programming that can be released at this time, releasing all need for karmic relationships, karmic cycles, karmic situations, allowing a reclamation of my true soul's light in the body and energy fields.
All right.
I am liquid crystal. I am liberating, I am the liberating, cleansing, and healing power of liquid crystalline light. I ground this light into every layer and level of my being and consciousness. I declare that I am a free sovereign being. My energy is sacred. My energy is sacrosanct.
Yes.
I am here to weave angelic light. I'm here to birth a new reality, a reality of higher light, higher consciousness, higher potential. I have come as a flame of light to liberate myself within this world. As I am liberated, I assist others to be sovereign and free in their reality. Take a breath with me. And so it is.
Oh, it
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
You
They were
wrote that, Julie?
For you, Jules.
Yes, I adapted this from, that's a Steve Noble that I adapted.
Yeah. Yes,
And
from
I'm
the ultraviolet fire. Yeah.
It is, I am a warrior of light. No, I am an ultraviolet fire.
Yeah, beautiful. When you did that, they were literally cheering because you've been synthesizing everything that has been given to you. You're weaving it all together, and that's just beautiful, Jules.
Yeah.
Nice delivery.
Yeah, for sure.
That wasn't me,
Embodied.
baby. That's not me. But thank you.
Come on, it's you. You're right there.
I'm so hot right now.
But that's your trait though, right?
Yeah.
You're a wind shower and you're bringing in all of these other tools and resources and delivering it. That's beautiful. It's gorgeous. All right. I am like totally blissed out. I want to check in with Ariana and make sure she's okay. Because it's a lot of energy. Thank you, Jenna. Yeah, we don't want you to carry it, Ariana. We want you to be able to put it back. Jenna, can you help us close out? It's getting a little late. And my energy is like totally tapped out. Can you please, you do such a beautiful job bringing us back in and disconnecting. So bring it on.
So let's all just connect again to your breath. Drawing it back into yourself. We've been in this connected space. So you're just now going to be bringing your energy back to yourself, returning all parts of yourself to you, returning anything that you have taken into you from anyone else back to them. Some people like to hand roses to everyone. For me, it's just envisioning any field of energy around you, making sure that is clear and only yours. Anything outside from outside goes back to its source, wherever that may be. And we just pause in this to bless one another, bless this work, and return now to our lives and our day.
Thank you, Jenna.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. And I would like to thank all of our spirit teams, our higher self, our galactic families, the councils that were in it. Oh, they're giving me a little thank you. They like being included.
I was just thinking that. when you said that.
Yeah.
Ascended masters, all of the members of the angelic choir of heavens and all of our archangel friends. Woo, they're all happy. So there's so much power when we come in from such a unified space. Right?
And Gaia and all the elements.
And Gaia,
and
that's beautiful.
the waters and the creatures, and the trees, the
So
eagle and bear.
So I'm hearing we can continue on this work. We're certainly not done, right? And just I'm just seeing the torsion fields just continuing around, just like you said, Jenna, all of the other countries and the bodies of water and the mountaintops and the soils and the tree roots, so we can continue this, and we'll just continue to see what guidance comes our way. But tonight was a beautiful expression and experience. I just want to check in. Does anybody have anything to share from their experience? Maybe somebody that was quiet. Vanessa, how are you doing down there? And Jenna, you did a beautiful job. Thank you for helping us center that energy tonight.
I'm good. Thank you for checking in. I'm so sorry. I have to run. It's super late over here and I got to put a kiddo to bed. So I'm really sorry to peace out.
Okay.
But thank you so
Thanks for
much, you
being
guys.
with us.
Okay, beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then
Actually, I need to run too because I have to get dinner for my family.
okay, I wanted to bring all the
It was
energy
so good to be
and,
with you all. Thank you.
off if you need to. If anyone has any parting thoughts or comments, I want to make sure you have a chance to express. So jump off if you need to. It'll be on the recording. So Nancy, how is that for you? You're our newbie here. I'm so thrilled that you were able to join us.
Thank you.
Was that good for you, baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you went far. I don't know where you were, but you went far.
Nancy's, she's got it going on, man. She's got it going on. Nancy, I'm so thrilled you were able to join us. George, I'd like to check in with you. How are you doing, buddy?
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Really?
Beautiful. I'm so glad you could be with us. Yeah.
Likewise.
Julia, how are you feeling? Good.
I'm buzzing. I'm just
Gosh.
buzzing. Yeah, I kind of feel like just, I don't know, just happy. I could run a marathon.
Yeah. So Metatron is speaking and he's saying, good job, everybody.
Thank you. Metatron.
He's like, hit the showers. You know, clear yourselves out.
Good man, Metatron.
Yes.
Or some heavy- we just did. And so Paul, I know you cleared off a gajillion emotions for Gaia and for the collective, and just thank you for all of the
Thank
work
you,
that
Paul.
you do.
Thank you for
become-
that.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, while Julie was doing all her liquid crystal and that whole thing, I just felt so much energy pouring in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and going out. And I mean, my energetically was kind of crazy for me. But it was good. It was
Good.
It was a lot.
I love it. Every experience that we have is so different, so you just never know what's going to happen next. But yeah, Jules, you rock the house with your modification.
Thanks. I'm gonna add a little to it from like some of the things we've said in conversation, right? Like about what the liquid crystal does and what people have shared about how they work with it.
I have a challenge for you. What if you took a thread from each of the experiences that we've had and created an invocation summing all of the different experiences up? What if you did that? Oh.
You might have the recordings and all.
Whatever. Clearly have
But
that.
I
Yeah.
want to thank the men who are joining us tonight and all the future men who will be joining us, because I can't tell you, it's I'm not sure I have the words for it, but even just hearing the voices of men speak in this way and be present in this way, it's powerful. It's so powerful. So thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And thank you for letting us use your frequency to beam through Ariana and then out to the planet. Taking one for the team there. Thank you. Way to step up. Let's see. Brittany, I hope you had a good evening with us. Do you have anything to share? You're snuggling with your kitty over there, and that's all good.
Not really. I'm
Okay.
just curious, can tonight make you like a little achy to where you need to get up and move around? That could just be me, or that could be the energy of what we just did.
Yeah,
but
you
I'm
could
not sure.
release a lot. So make sure you drink a lot of water, right? And I highly recommend there's some electrolytes in there, or some Celtic sea salt or Himalayan sea salt, something like that. It's going to help your body to regulate all the energy that just went through you. And everybody, if you can do some cat cows, so stretch your spine out, because there's a lot of energy that's going through your spine. And a lot of times they'll come in and they'll drop light codes on us, and you can't absorb it if your spine isn't supple.
Right.
So just get on the floor and do a few cat cows. It'll help move that energy. So Brittany, if you're a little bit achy, those are just a couple of things you could do. There's certainly more things you could do, but that I don't want to overwhelm you. And
There's also, we did it earlier. So if you're achy, you can send love to it. I love you to whatever part of your body that's achy. And that declaration, the I love you, instantly connects you to source energy. So you are sending source to this area of your body that is achy, and anything that might be contributing to that achiness, like anything energetic that might be stuck or still not processed or not released, and that will help release it.
And hopefully you'll get a good sleep. Ariana, are you still there?
Yes, I want to thank everyone that came tonight to this meeting and for helping to transmute all the energies and shift the energies of the world in this. And I feel like it was trickled down through the ancestors, and on all 4 levels. So immense gratitude to everyone here tonight.
Well, I'm so thrilled that you were able to be here as a representative for what's going on. So space for your people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
All
Jules,
right.
what was that liquid crystal? It wasn't a poem, story. I don't know what to call it that you read.
It was something that I created. So we've been working with liquid crystal within this group for a while. We first got introduced to it. I first got introduced to it about a year ago, but recently we've been specifically working with it. And that was actually a transmission of Steve Noble about ultraviolet angelic fire, and I amended it to be about the liquid crystal, and then I'm about to add to it. So it's not in existence except here, but you can watch the recording.
So for everybody new to the world of Steve Noble, we're all kind of junkies. It's the Soul Matrix on YouTube, and there's an entire huge library of affirmations, which are very much like what Julie read. And there's, several different flavors of affirmations, and then a lot of guided meditations. And they're so powerful. They're amazing. So if you don't know about it, it's wonderful.
Sorry, and anytime he comes up with something new, he definitely has his finger on the pulse of what's happening energetically on a like, I was about to say global level, but he's always beyond, like it's
beyond the global, yeah. And we kind of have a joke because sometimes we'll do work in this group and then like 2 days later, he's like, I just did this thing. And we're like, whatever, we just did that. That's beautiful.
So we're trying to get him to create one about a liquid crystal, but we're thinking we might reach out to him as well.
But maybe he'll have a dream about liquid crystal and
actually, the one where the affirmation where he has, I am ultraviolet angelic fire.
Yes.
Yeah. I used to do that one every day. All right. Well, this was beautiful. Everybody too late, but thank you. What a beautiful evening. And so we're doing, what's today? Monday. So we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 11 a.m. And then Wednesday. So today's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, we'll do another one at 6:30. It's a lot to do 2 in a day. So Jules and I are like, wow. So we need to.
I appreciate you doing 2 a day.
We all checked out except for you, Sandy. How was it for you?
Oh yeah, I'm like, I had a lot going on. Metatron was really working with my stuff, and it was just beautiful. And I love when I'm with you guys because like they can move my body and I can't always get the messages, but when you guys can help me relay the messages from either the Galactic Federation or the Council or whoever, it's beautiful because like I can feel like Sophia came through so strong. I mean, and I can't always feel the message. I mean, I can get the gist, I can get a few words, but when you guys can articulate it, it's so beautiful. And just having the group of everyone together, it raises everybody's vibration. So each of your abilities are probably augmented, at least a little bit. I know they are for me, and I do a lot of work on my own, but there's so much power in coming together as a group. And it's juicy. It's so exciting for me. I love it. I love it. So please stick with us and please come back and join us again. And Shannon has created a Facebook group for this collective so that we can continue. It's a 1 week push. That's the guidance that she's getting. And so we're integrating and implementing all that stuff. And then we'll probably meet like once a week and we'll still do our JNS tours. But if you remember when we were doing our JNS tours, Finn said, okay, we're complete. Now we got to put it into action. Isn't that interesting? Right? So a week later, we launched this, and this is exactly what we're doing. We're taking all the things that we've done in our tours and now implementing them. And
what is this Facebook group?
Oh, Jules, what's it called?
The
What
one
did
that Shannon created,
Yeah.
collective creation.
I'll find the link and I'll invite you, Nancy. And then, so like my group is called JNS Tours. So we do the interdimensional stuff, but we've kind of shifted and now it's about working. It's about implementing all the things such as the liquid crystals. We did a whole tour on how to use the liquid crystal and I can send you a link for that one as well. The liquid crystal is very powerful. And it was really fun because like Vanessa, she watched the video on liquid crystal and she's like, oh my gosh, I've been doing this for years and I didn't know what it was. And I learned so much of how to tweak it now. And like, that's awesome. And I love that we're able to help each other and take everybody's, you know, base and just ramp it up, augment it for, you know, for the ascension. I think it's a beautiful thing. So yeah. So 11 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Wednesday, we will be back at 6:30. So thank you, Jules, for recording it and posting it. And if you have other friends that would like to join us, the more the merrier. And we'll keep on rocking. So everybody make sure you take care of yourself. So hydrate, get some rest, go take a salt bath, do what you do. And we'll see you again next time. Thank you.
Oh, babe.
Bye.
Ciao.
Namaste.
Bye.